all men dancing.
Please take this moment to start out your phone. Better yet, for this hour and 20 minutes, just turn it off.
We'll give you a moment to do that. For tonight's performance, Am I My Brother's Keeper, that will not be performed tonight.
Please join us for a reception in the lobby after the performance by Station North, Arts Cafe, and Kevin Brown. Thank you.
Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Bow. To bend or curve downward. A flexible strip of wood or other material bent by a string stretched between its end for shooting arrows. A long rod with horse-hairs stretched from one end to the other, used for playing on a musical instrument. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. I just get my belongings here. I'm just doing a little research for a new solo, and I didn't know I would be invading your space. But since you're here and I'm here, why don't you help me with this research? Would you do that?
Yeah.
Did I hear a yes?
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. So I am researching the word bow. B-O-W. Not B-E-A-U. Although that's cute, but it's B-O-W, bow. And in this research, I came across the words hunting and gathering. Hunting and gathering. And for as long as we can remember, peoples have been hunters and gatherers for a long time. And it really depends on the geographical location and what those devices are. And in this research, I was reading an article from The Guardian from 2014, and it was about the Botswana Bushmen. And this is what it was about. So they were seeking help to overturn some new laws that were threatening their tribal culture in and around the Kalahari Desert. And so these new laws would move them from their ancestral land. And I thought, wow. And one of the Bushmen said this: if you deny us the right to hunt, you are killing us. Isn't that pretty profound? If you deny us the right to hunt, you're killing us. So I thought that was quite interesting. And then I started thinking about, so when in my life was I a hunter and a gatherer? Yeah, and one example is, so when I was a kid down south in South Carolina, we would go to this pond and do some fishing. I would go with my dad and my older brother, and sometimes some of our cousins. And back in those days, there wasn't that fancy fishing, the fishing rods that we have today with the reel like this. You know those? Yeah. Back in those days, it was just like this bamboo pole, and we would attach the bait on there, and then we would take it and we would cast it out onto the water, like. And we would wait. And wait. some more. And later on, I realized, wow, that's inducing patience. So I learned patience from that. So I ask you, what are some ways in your culture, in your community, that you hunt and gather? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Okay, a few seconds are up. What do you think? Any stories you can tell me? How do you hunt and gather?
Well, I never hunted. But our family liked to hike when I was young.
Like to hike?
Hike or walk.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a particular reservoir called the Farmington Reservoir. It grew up in Connecticut. And we would pick, they had all kinds of trees, pine and hemlock. Hemlock had the small cones, pine had the bigger cones. And we would
Hemlock.
Hemlock and pine.
Hemlock and pine.
And we would gather those cones. And then my mother taught us how to do Delarobians, which don't ask me.
Okay, I'm going to ask. But I'm curious about this word, Delarobians.
Ralph likes why I introduced it.
Okay.
What it is my dad would cut out usually a circle that big. And then the circle in the middle would be like a donut. It had a hole. And the wood would only be like a 1/4 inch thick. And we would take the cones and take them apart and paste them around the outside with glue. Elmer's.
Elmer's glue.
Yeah,
I got it.
Very good. And then you would put the cones around in a decorative pattern and pick up these other little things that were dry. And you'd make a little round moundy thing with a hole in the middle, and you put a candle in the middle. And that would be one of our Christmas decorations.
Oh,
And they're called, we call it a dried arrangement.
a dried arrangement.
They're called Delarobians.
Delarobians.
Isn't that a pretty name?
It's a beautiful name. How many of you have heard of that name, that word before? You see, you have educated us in this research.
Thank my mother.
Yes.
Learned my father.
Yes. And so, you know, as you were sharing this about the Delarobians,
Yes.
she was showing me about these hemlock and pine. And if I could just recall what you did, you said the hemlock was about this small and the pine was about this. Yes, here. Okay, I got it. So here, hemlock
Hemlock.
and pine,
I know it's
a
small.
little smaller.
Yeah.
Great. And then you said that you would decorate it and put a candle in the middle.
That's true.
Excellent. I love research. Can you guys help me out and just kind of do this with me? So show your hemlock, a little bit smaller. There you go. And the pine, a little bit smaller. There you go. And then you just decorate those around, and then put your candle, your holiday I love it. Now, I need another story for my research. Yes, ma'am.
I remember as a child, a lot of my friends would wake up on Saturday morning watch cartoons. So my father would pile us up in the car, take us to the community garden. And he would tend to the greens and the whatever else was
In the garden.
in the garden. Then we would have to take them home. And well, I'm gonna just say collard greens.
Collard greens.
Collard
Do y'all know what collard greens are? I have to ask. All right.
So he would come home and he would wash, he would wash them out in the sink. Then-
Watch the collard greens.
So then he would sit us around the table and give us a bowl of water and a rag, and we would have to clean each collard, front and back. Then we have to pass it off to him, and then he would go in and roll up and cut it and do it out.
Rolling up and cutting. So you're from the South.
No, my parents migrated from the South, but now I'm from Washington, D.C. South.
Okay. Because down south, we roll the collard greens and then slice them up. So from this story, she shared that there were these collards. So let's make some collards right here. And then you said that you would pick them, and then you would have to wash them. Wash the collard greens. You wash them like this. I stand corrected. Here we go, one more time. So here are your collard greens.
Daddy washed them like this, and then gave us some.
Get it right.
Okay, collard greens. You pick the collard greens. You wash them, and then you roll them up, and then you slice them. Then they're ready to cook. All right. This is excellent. I've got some great research. So, you know, as all researchers do, we have to keep practicing our research. So I invite you to practice these with me. So the first one was about the fishing pole. So get your fishing pole ready. And we're going to cast it out. Yes, everyone. Here we go. And go. And wait. Wait. That's number one. Number two, the collard green. Oh, no, not the collard greens. The hemlock. Into the pine. Into the decorating it with the candle. Into the collard greens. Into the picking them. Into the washing them, and then the patting them, and then the rolling them. Oh, that's beautiful. And then the chopping them. Excellent, excellent. Love it. Wow. So, I now ask you this. What if these tools that we use, the hands to pick the hemlock and the collards, what if these tools were, or weapons, if you will, were actually musical instruments? And they were used to bind and bond community.
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable. Photographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than real? Is your mouth a little weak? Or when you open it to speak, are you smart? Smart. Don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me, but stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day Valentine's. Each day is Valentine's. Each day is Valentine's Day. Today. like a connection, taking my directions when people say that's okay, they don't bother me. I'm ready to make it, don't care what the weather, don't care about the trouble, got myself together. I feel the kind of protection that's all around. I come up hard, baby. I've been for real, baby, with the trouble man. Moving on time. I'm coming hard, I know I'm getting down. There's only three things for sure: taxes, death, and trouble. Oh, this I know, baby. This I know, baby. Ain't gonna let it sweat me, baby. Hey, moving down the line.
Hey, roll on 15.
For most of American history, men did not dance on the stage. Upper-class men danced socially at balls and cotillions. Working class and poor men also danced socially at less formal gatherings. By the 19th century, some men began to dance in minstrel shows. One of them, William Henry Lane, also known as Master Juba, invented tap dance by combining traditional African rhythms and stamping patterns with the Irish jig and English clogging. By the early years of the 20th century, male dancers found on American stages were minstrels, tappers, social dancers, or occasionally men who partnered European ballerinas on tour. By that time, Americans associated stage dance with dance comedians, chorus girls, acrobatic dancers, cutesy or gimmicky female toe dancers, and aristocratic European ballet dancers. Then, a remarkable woman brought a new kind of dance to the American stage. Dance that unmasked emotions, expressed individuality, and attempted to reveal truth and beauty. Soon, girls all over America were dancing. People typically equated emotions and beauty with women, and the new dance remained a female domain until a man named Ted Shawn began to claim a space on the American stage for men to dance their feelings, experiences, and dreams. Others followed him, helping change public consciousness. They were like ripples from a stone that is thrown into water. Every male dancer today is born on the current generated by the dancers who preceded him. Art is passed and changed from generation to generation in a great stream. Ted Shawn, Asadata Defora, Lester Horton, Charles Weidman, George Balanchine, Jerome Robbins, Jose Limon, Eric Hawkins, Barton Mumaw, Merce Cunningham, Arthur Mitchell, Paul Taylor, Donald McHale, Clay Taliaferro, The young men on stage today have been absorbing the legacy of the male dancers who came before them in the most elemental way, through their bodies. Hour after hour in the dance studio, they push their minds and muscles to learn movements and motifs that their predecessors created. They struggle, as their predecessors had, to pull out something from inside themselves that reveals truth and meaning. Dance is passed from person to person. The choreographer of the dance that will be performed today, Clay Taliaferro, was mentored by some of the very men whom this work honors. Teacher and choreographer Vincent Thomas took a class from Clay when he was a young dancer. Together, they have been leading this new generation of young men along the path of dance.
Has anybody here seen my old friend Abraham? Can you tell me where he's gone? Oh, he freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. Yeah, I just looked around and he was gone. Has anybody here seen my old friend John? Can you tell me where he's gone? You know, he freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. Yeah, I just looked around and he was gone. Oh yeah. Has anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. Yeah, I just looked around and he was gone. Has anybody here seen my friend Bobby? Can you tell me where he's gone? You know he freed a lot of people, but the good